Welcome to Screen Hollywood, the home of movie news and entertainment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
What's up, movie fans? Welcome back to Screen Hollywood. I'm your host, Adam. If you're new here, join the Hollywood family, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and hype button, and bookmark and subscribe to our international news publication at screenhollywood.com, where we release all of the latest news and entertainment information first. Folks, we need to talk. We need to have a serious conversation about what is going on behind the curtain at Marvel Studios and the House of Mouse. There are whispers turning into roars in Hollywood right now. The rumor mill is churning with something so audacious, so unprecedented, that it screams one thing and one thing only: absolute, unfiltered desperation. The first official trailer for Avengers Doomsday is allegedly, set to be released with screenings of James Cameron's Avatar: Fire and Ash this Christmas. Now, for those of you checking your calendars, Avatar comes out in 2025. Avengers Doomsday is slated for a December 2026 release. That's right. Marvel is reportedly planning to drop the trailer for their biggest upcoming film a full year before it hits theaters. A full year! This isn't just building hype. This is a Hail Mary pass from a team that's getting crushed in the final quarter. And just to be clear, this isn't a teaser trailer. This will be a full 2.5-minute trailer. And what makes this even more bizarre? Our sources are telling us the film is nowhere near finished. It's deep in production, sure, but a year out? They are scrambling. And the budget? Oh, the budget is already reportedly through the roof on this project. This move, if it happens, is a direct signal that Disney has turned up the heat on Kevin Feige and the entire leadership team at Marvel. The message from the top is crystal clear. This film must work. It is, without a shadow of a doubt, make or break for the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. So today, we're going to break down why this is happening. This isn't just a weird marketing decision. This is a symptom of a much larger disease festering within Disney. A disease of financial bleeding and box office failures that has the studio in a state of panic. Let's get into it. To understand why Marvel would show its hand a year early, you have to understand the disastrous year Disney has had in 2025. It has been a bloodbath. And I'm not just being dramatic, the numbers back it up. A recent article from Inside the Magic laid it all out. While Disney did have one shining star this year, with the live-action Lilo and Stitch surprisingly crossing that coveted billion-dollar mark, it was a lonely victory. Let's look at the rest of the slate. The combined might of Marvel's 2025 offerings, the Fantastic Four: First Steps, Thunderbolts, and Captain America: Brave New World, all together brought in about $1.31 billion. Now, that sounds like a lot of money, but for three massive Marvel tentpoles, that is a catastrophic failure. None of them are even in the top 20 box office hits for the year. This is a universe that once printed money, and now it's struggling to break even on its biggest properties. And it wasn't just Marvel. The live-action Snow White, Freakier Friday, and Pixar's big hope Elio were all duds, pulling in a measly combined total of $512 million. This is a far cry from 2024, where Disney was riding high on $3 billion smashes: Moana 2, Inside Out 2, and the glorious outlier, Deadpool and Wolverine. That success seems like a distant memory now. This financial strain is compounded by another, deeper problem: a systemic issue of overspending. This isn't just bad luck at the box office. It's a fundamental problem with how Disney manages its budgets. A bombshell analysis by Forbes dug into the financial records of Disney productions filmed in the United Kingdom over the last 15 years, and the findings are jaw-dropping. The report revealed that of 51 Disney productions, a staggering 47% went over budget. Almost half of their movies and shows couldn't stick to their financial plan. The Marvel division alone saw 7 of its 16 UK-based publications go over budget. That's a rate of 43.8%. Even Star Wars was worse, with 4 of its 8 films exceeding their budgets. This isn't a fluke. It's a pattern of fiscal mismanagement. So you have underperforming films and out-of-control budgets, Disney is losing billions, and the pressure is mounting. According to the Inside the Magic piece, the studio is now banking everything on 2 end-of-year releases to salvage 2025. Avatar, Fire and Ash, and, more critically, or the animation division, Zootopia 2. Projections for Zootopia 2 are huge, with some analysts predicting a $115 to $130 million opening over Thanksgiving weekend alone. They need that film to be a monster hit just to stop the bleeding. And that, folks, brings us back to Avengers Doomsday. With 2025 being a financial write-off, the pressure on 2026 is immense. And what is Disney's big bet for 2026? It's Doomsday. But they aren't just hoping it will be a hit. Oh no. We're hearing that the internal revenue expectation for this film is a mind-boggling $1.8 billion. Let that sink in. The last Marvel film to get anywhere near that was Avengers Endgame. The only major win they've had since then is Deadpool and Wolverine, which was a phenomenal success, raking in over $1.5 billion. And now, Disney is expecting Doomsday to exceed that by $300 million. That is an astronomical expectation, and it explains everything about this rumored trailer release. So, how do you even attempt to guarantee a $1.8 billion return in today's market? Well, you pull out your biggest, shiniest, most expensive trump card. And that card is Robert Downey Jr. The reports claim this early trailer for Doomsday is going to be an RDJ showcase. It will heavily feature his return, not just as a familiar face, but with a whole new power set. We're talking about a version of Tony Stark, likely from another universe, who has mastered both technology and magic. It sounds cool, I'll admit, but more than anything, it reeks of desperation. The entire marketing plan appears to be built around one man. They believe RDJ is the key to bringing everyone back. But here's the problem, and this is where I think their entire strategy falls apart. They are completely misreading the room. The marketing for Doomsday is shaping up to be the polar opposite of the masterful campaign for Endgame. They are leaning so heavily on RDJ to rescue them from box office misery, but they are forgetting one crucial fact. The overwhelming majority of the Avengers Endgame crowd have left the building. That was the finale for them. They saw their hero die. They closed that chapter. The casual audience, the ones you need to hit that $1.8 billion number, have moved on. And the new, younger Gen Z generation of moviegoers? Do they have that same deep, decade-long connection to Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man? I would argue they don't. His return is a massive deal for the hardcore fans, yes, but for the general public, it might not be the golden ticket Disney thinks it is. They need to win over Gen Z to succeed. But Gen Z doesn't care about Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. I also think they are making the error of pushing RDJ for all of the marketing and the upcoming trailer. Now, some of you are probably typing in the comments right now, "What's wrong with that, Adam? He's the biggest star, the face of the MCU. He should be front and center." And to that, I'd say, not really. There's no dispute that RDJ is their prize asset. But what do you do with your prize asset when you're playing a long game? You save him. You build the mystique. You tease him in marketing and trailers. You make his appearance in the film a jaw-dropping, holy cow moment that gets everyone talking. In an ideal world, the marketing for Doomsday would be all about the villain. You build up the mystery around Dr. Doom. Who is he in the MCU? What are his motivations? What kind of terrifying world-ending threat will he be? You let the rumors and the excitement build organically as the release date looms. You make the audience crave a hero big enough to stop him. And then, in the movie theater, get to see his true might. They used this model with Thanos. They teased him for years, but he was always mysterious until Infinity War and Endgame.
But Marvel and Disney can't do that. They are not in an ideal world. They're in a position of pure, unadulterated desperation. They can't afford to play coy. They can't risk building a slow burn marketing campaign. They need to show all of their cards right now, a full year in advance, to drag every last person they can back to the theaters. They need to scream from the rooftops, "Look! He's back! Please come back!" Unfortunately, I don't think this will be enough. People are tired. They're fed up with the endless, convoluted multiverse storylines and the inconsistent quality. Apart from the brilliant exception of Deadpool and Wolverine, the MCU has been a creative and box office disaster for years now. The pressure is now squarely on the shoulders of Robert Downey Jr. to single-handedly carry Marvel, and by extension Disney, out of the deep, dark MCU abyss they've fallen into. So I'll leave you with this question. Do you think you can do it? Can one man's return reignite a universe and deliver a $1.8 billion hit? Before you answer, remember, in Disney's eyes, the only way Avengers Doomsday can be deemed a success is if it grosses in excess of that $1.5 billion made by Deadpool. Anything less will be seen as another failure in a long line of them. That's the big $1.8 billion question. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Is this trailer strategy genius or pure panic? Can RDJ save the MCU? And will you be there on opening night? As always, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Screen Hollywood, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. I'm Adam, and I'll see you at the movies.